didn't come all this way for you to just be gentle with me, alright? I need you to slap me hard. I need to go into battery, alright? Give it to me. Don't hold back.
Do the HK slap.
Hey guys, Booligan here with Booligan Shooting Sports. I hope you all appreciated that montage. We all love print, shoot, repeat, and sometimes you just have to do the HK slap. Today, we're not looking at an HK, but we're looking at something very HK-like. This is the latest addition to my gun collection and a build that I have been looking forward to for a very, very long time. This is a Century Arms AP5-P. These are manufactured in Turkey by MKE, who previously did manufacturing of Zenith clone MP5 models. These are made on H&K tooling with an old H&K license, and these are realistically about as close as you can get without buying an MP5 to buying an H&K MP5 in semi-automatic form. These are generally very, very good firearms, and the pricing on them has been pretty high in the past. Like when Century started bringing these in, they had an MSRP of about $2,000. I actually think they still have an MSRP of about $2,000. However, thanks to a couple of factors, one of them being the absolute tanking of the Turkish lira, as well as other supply things along the pipeline, the price of these and all of the different variants have actually become quite affordable to the point where you can get one of these, a proper 9mm roller delayed MP5 clone, for under $1,100. Compared to the H&K SP5s, those run like $3,000, between like $2,500 and $3,000. So you can almost buy 3 of these for the price of one H&K. The reason why I got this is because I always wanted a little roller delayed MP5K format gun. I love the MP5. And you see we've got this guy here. I already have an MP5 style SBR, but this one's a little sad because this is a GSG and it's only a 22. This proper 9mm full caliber. And what are my plans with this thing? Well, one, I want to test it out. I want to see how it runs. I want to see if the reputation that these have for being actually like really, really decent semi-budget priced MP5 clones is accurate. And 2, I want to customize it. One of my favorite guns. I love the traditional MP5s, but one of my favorite guns ever is the MP5K PDW. Back in my airsoft days, many years ago, like a decade and a half ago, I actually imported one of the first Chinese-made MP5K PDW guns. It was the Galaxy MP5. And it was actually, like, I imported it from some random airsoft retailer overseas, and I did a review on it. And it was actually one of my first airsoft reviews that I ever did. And it kind of set off this whole thing with me working with different companies and different manufacturers and different importers and different retailers, ultimately leading to me being the managing editor of a print magazine for airsoft, which then segued into me doing more real gun stuff. So like the MP5K PDW is kind of like a soft spot for me because it is one that started all this crazy thing out. So anyways, I actually got this, I ordered this directly through Century Arms. And I will most likely be doing some work with them in the future, which I'm kind of excited about. The order wasn't without a slight hiccup. I actually wasn't going to go with the P model, which has the tri-lug and the 1/2 inch by 28 threaded muzzle. I was going to go with the flush front K model. But they sent me the P model. And the thing is, I was like 50-50. I was on the fence. Do I want the P model or do I want what's called the M model, which is the flush one that's a proper MP5K versus like an MP5 PDW? I don't have a 9mm suppressor right now. I don't have a tri-lug can. I don't have any of that stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I don't really need the front, and I like the flush front. But I was on the fence. I wasn't sure which one I really, really wanted more. So I ordered one. then kind of during the process, they must have known that I kind of changed my mind, and I really did end up wanting the version with the tri-lug, especially after I went and I picked it up from my FFL over at Dynaguns, and we threw a tri-lug suppressor on there and did some test rounds with it. And long story short, I also have now ordered a Yankee Hill Manufacturing R9 with a tri-lug mount, because shooting this suppressed is just oh so good. But yeah, so the game plan with this is it works. I function testing it. It shoots pretty well. It hasn't needed really much of a break-in at all, but we'll be doing more range testing with it, obviously, in its current form. But also, I have filed for a Form 1 on it to SBR it. Now, with the SBR tack stamp, that means I can do two things. I will be able to attach a shoulder stock to it, because it is a short barrel rifle, not a pistol, and I'll be able to attach the proper MP5K broom handle style front grip. I know there are a lot better options out there. You can get M-LOK, you can get railed handguards, you can get stuff like that to make it a little bit more modern. You can get a B&T, really nice collapsible stock on there. And I don't want any of that. I want a traditional MP5K PDW type build with that side folding choke stock that, you know, flips out really easily. You can even get the special holster for it that automatically deploys it when you pull it out. I want that broom handle grip. I'm not going to add a ton of accessories on this, so I don't really care about any of those other features. I'm not going to run an optic on it, because H&K sights, even in pistol form when shooting it like a pistol, are very, very good. So yeah, it's just going to be kind of a traditional MP5K PDW build. It's not going to be anything too crazy. But what it should be is a lot of fun, especially once I get my suppressor for it. Now, anticipated wait times. I don't want to jinx myself here, but the hope is that my Form 1 tack stamp to turn this into a short-barreled rifle will come back. The hope is within the month. The couple of Form 1s that I've done have returned in like 14 to 21 days. So the hope is that I can get that done before the month ends, and then I can have my nice little PDW. As far as the suppressor goes, can't really even start that stamp process until it arrives from the wholesaler to my FFL, and then I can start the stamp process. And that could be anywhere, sadly, in between a couple of months and over a year. Both the paper Form 4 process as well as the e-file Form 4 process are a complete disaster right now. So, yeah, not looking forward to that wait. But in the meantime, I should hopefully at least have an awesome little short-barreled rifle MP5K PDW. Other things that need to be done in that, there is theoretically some 922R compliance to be done. And you want to, on an MP5K, the shortened receiver, if you're running it suppressed, you really, and especially if you're running it suppressed with like subsonic ammo, you really want to replace the locking block inside the bolt assembly. So I will likely do that, replace it from what I believe is a 110-degree locking block to an 80-degree locking block. And that's like a $40 part. It's not too bad. They're US made parts, and you can just swap those in. So yeah, that is my nice little introduction here to the Century AP5-P. We are going to do, this was just an introduction video. We're going to do like an actual full range video of this. I have I think it's like Echo 93 sling that I got, a single point sling. And I've been kind of practicing with my push-pull shooting that was really recommended for these when you're shooting them without a stock. And it's very nice. It's a great setup for that. And I'm just really, really excited to get this out to the range, to get some content for you guys. Go ring some steel plates. We'll be testing out some other magazines. I've got some KCI mags here, which seem to be really nice. So this is a 20-round magazine, and the 20-round magazine really does fit the size of the K models really, really well, as opposed to the larger magazine with a number that I'm not going to say on video because I'd like this to remain monetized. But the 20-round KCIs, I know KCI doesn't have a stellar reputation. Some of their magazines aren't that great, but the MP5 mags are supposed to be very, very good, especially for the money. And I mean, it seems to like lock in really, really well, and it fed well in my testing. So yeah, like I said, we'll do some more testing on this. We'll actually have a nice range day with it and show you guys how it runs. And then it'll be full-on PDW time, and I'm going to have an absolute blast with that. And I hope you guys enjoy the process along the way. As always, thanks for watching.